On the steps of Cairo's Journalists' Union, scattered voices of dissent. Surrounded by police, Egyptian activists protest a vote to amend the country's constitution, a vote they're boycotting. Turnout was low. Analysts doubt more than 10% of the electorate ever actually casts a ballot in Egyptian elections. The voters we spoke to had nothing but praise for President Hosni Mubarak. He does good things, says government worker Fadia Abdin. He's sweet. Even our kids love him. The slow voting did give some officials time to read the proposed amendment, which, among other things, grants the president power to dissolve parliament. Human rights groups warn the amendment threatens any meaningful chance for democratic change. At the ruling National Democratic Party, volunteers work the phones, while Gamal Mubarak, the president's son and many believe heir apparent, consults with the party's old guard. Gamal is credited with trying to implement democratic reforms party leaders say are irreversible.
We'll keep moving forward. You will always hear disagreement about the pace of reform, but I can assure you that there is no going back on that.
2 years ago, pressure to open up the system from abroad and at home was mounting on Mubarak's regime, in power since 1981. Changes were made, but the regime still relies heavily on security forces to keep dissent in check. Opponents hold protests at professional syndicates, but are rarely allowed into the streets. The Egyptian opposition has been shoved into corners like these by a state that has no qualms about using all the force at its disposal. Few doubt the amendment will pass, but opposition leaders warn such tactics will backfire.
These amendments may open the door for terrorism, for underground groups. When the regime blocks the door for a peaceful, gradual changes and reform, he opens the doors of the hell on our country.
Lawyer and political activist Raida Rafat worries about the alternative to democratic change.
Revolution without thinking. Revolution like crazy people will go everywhere and everybody will kill everybody and steal everybody. It will be a disaster.
A lone voice of dissent or a hint of things to come. Ben Wiedemann, CNN, Cairo.